Guys, it is time for a new update here on the Bitcoin price. I got completely beaten up by the bears. No guys, I'm just kidding. I drove by night, full speed with an e-scooter. I didn't see stairs. I crashed down the stairs completely on my face. I face planted into the ground harder than Bitcoin crashed during the Corona dump. And yes, this is pretty much what happened. So I didn't get beat up by the bears. I was just too bullish and crashed into the bear market. And yeah, with my face pretty much. But guys, this is not keeping me from uploading. Sadly, I was not able to upload for 1 or 2 days since I couldn't really move my head more than 10 degrees. And also my jaw was a little bit, injured, so I wasn't able to talk properly. But now guys, it's already time for a new video, and you can expect now video uploads to come again every single day, as long as I don't crash with the e-scooter again while being too bullish. But guys, now let's take a look at the charts. Within the last few days, we have seen something very, very interesting. By the way, guys, as always, I would really appreciate it if you could smash up a like. Maybe we can reach 1000 thumbs up here on today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell. And besides this, guys, I just remember something. I also want to give you an update on my $1.25 million short. In a second, I will give you an update on that as well. So right now, we are still in our rising broadening wedge, right? There's this big rising broadening wedge, just as we have seen before. And these rising broadening wedges tend to break to the downside for Bitcoin, especially when we reach the top of this upwards trading channel, or also bear flag in our current bear momentum. And with all of that in mind, we can see that the price movements so far have been very, very similar. We have here a coil, we have here coil up, then Bitcoin pumps to the upside, gains great distance. Let me delete this line here so it doesn't irritate you. And also let me make this visible on the 1 hourly. We can see we pump to the upside, we lose touch with the lower support, we lose touch completely with the lower support. So here in this case, we can expect Bitcoin to actually pump all the way up to potentially almost the $23,500 level still, while not being becoming bullish, right? So if we break here now to the downside out of this rising broadening wedge, I would for sure open a short position when we get a confirmed breakdown. And this is not all of it, because I would also open a position a little bit sooner. We still have our long swing position open, right? So if we pump now to the upside, our long swing trade will make profits. But I want to open a small short scalp position, just as we did the last time up here. We opened the short, we closed the short down here. I will show you in a second how much profit we took out of this trade. And we are prepared to do the same thing again, right? If last time we had here this on the 4 hourly also visible, we had here this descending triangle. So I shorted the price when we had the confirmed breakdown here, and I scaled my trade up when we had the confirmed breakdown out of this rising broadening wedge. This time it's a little bit different, because Bitcoin so far doesn't have a bearish reversal pattern. What we have though is something like this. An uptrend channel on the 1 hourly time frame. And this uptrend channel on the 1 hourly time frame is extremely useful for us. Because if this uptrend channel breaks to the downside, this is the first sign of weakness for us. And we can expect the Bitcoin price then to correct down to the broadening wedge. Again, like it did last time. If we pump to the upside, amazing. I would love to see the bottom now at 20K. But by opening a short here and being able to then scale the short up once we see a confirmed breakdown to the downside, I then have a maybe average entry point of here or here. I can put my stop loss in a profit above this broadening wedge line, and I can enjoy the potential downside once again, like we did the last time. So this is my game plan right now. If we pump to the upside, I will not scale up my long positions yet. I will only scale up my long swing trade as soon as we break out of this uptrend to the upside. If this happens with a confirmation, a bounce, and the break of the old high point, this would be the point where I would scale up my long swing trade for the very first time. But guys, let's also talk about these interesting on-chain data and things I have prepared besides the charts. Bitcoin miners to exchange flow. Guys, we can see that less and less of the Bitcoin miners are actually sending their Bitcoin to exchanges. So this is a very good sign. Newly mined Bitcoin are right now being held because the miners are expecting the price to reverse very soon. Another thing that is speaking for that is our Bitcoin net unrealized profit loss. And this unrealized profit loss shows us if a Bitcoin on average got bought for profit or for loss. And what we can see here is that right now we are in the capitulation phase where Bitcoins are actually on average held at a loss. And this means that this is a very, very good buying zone. But as we can see, guys, even in the bear market 2018, when we came into this capitulation zone, we still saw like a 30-35% dump still while the capitulation was going lower. So while this is indicating that the bottom is within the next 4 to 6 weeks, like we are saying all the time already within the last few weeks, this still means that a wick down to the $16,000 to $14,000 is possible. That's why I'm still opening this potential small short position if we see a breakdown, right? So besides this, and I'm only scaling my long up once we break to the upside here, right? Because we still have these on-chain datas that are bullish, that are telling us the bottom might be in, but that are also showing us that in the history of Bitcoin, these wicks were actually some likely things. And one thing that we've been talking about the last few months over and over again, and this is something that is amazing to finally see. I was telling you guys that at some point Bitcoin will reach a price, may it be 20,000 or 14 to 16,000 dollar level. As you guys can see, I still cannot talk properly because also I have here cut a small one, and on the inside of my lip, my lip on the inside is open. It's busted open like bam, because of the hit, and that's why I still struggle to speak a little bit properly. So sorry for this, but guys, it's just how it is. You're still getting the information, so leave a thumbs up. But guys, what we were talking about is that Bitcoin will at some point reach a price where all the Bitcoin are held by people like me, by people like you guys, by people like ZZ, Exchanges, by Sam Bankman-Fried, who are buying everything in the bear market. And at that price, Bitcoin will have to turn around, because there's still around the globe more and more situations popping up where Bitcoin is useful. Now, be it, which is not a good use case, but sanctions, for example, right? And other things like this, moving money out of a country, blah, 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 right? So there will always be some sort of buy volume coming into Bitcoin. But at some point, the sell volume just definitely stops. And at that point, we will see a decoupling and a correlation break of Bitcoin correlating with the S&P 500 and gold. And why is this so significant? This is so significant because as soon as this happens, it indicates that everyone that is holding Bitcoin right now is not the average market. It's all hodlers. And this means the price has to reverse. It's just law. It just has, it's math. It just has to reverse, since there will always be buyers coming in globally for Bitcoin. But at some point, nobody sells, right? So, this shows us when the correlation break happens. Why is that? Because in the bull run, when the entire globe is knowing about crypto, when everybody is invested, when every investor has also some crypto, then they will sell their crypto when they sell their stocks, and so on and so on. And when gold drops, they will think Bitcoin will drop because they're involved in all markets. So when this happens and the correlation is so high, this actually shows us that we might be at the top of the bull market, or too many people are still inside of the market that are not true hodlers, but pretty much market tourists that are just here to enjoy the bull run, but instead got wrecked in the bear market, how it always is when the retailers enter. So this just shows us that also now, very, very soon, we might see this correlation break. But like I said, Bitcoin, this is not a confirmed correlation break, because we had a pump on the S&P, we had a pump on gold, and then a quick collapse. Maybe Bitcoin, just because everybody is now bullish and buying, is just extending this quick pump and massive drop, right? So this massive drop still can come for Bitcoin. So as you guys can see, also looking at these bullish on-chain datas, the $14,000 to $16,000 level is still possible, but we are not playing it, right? I have my HODL portfolio, I have my long swing trade. I will only to secure my long swing trade and to also make some profits on the potential wick. I will open up a short position as soon as we break below crucial structures that in the past have worked out perfectly for us, right? And opening positions and trades and so on. So let's just wait and see what happens on the 1 hourly time frame. The next 24 hours will already be relevant for our next upcoming trade. Guys, keep in mind that This is no financial advice and just my personal opinion. But guys, now I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash up a like, be careful. As you guys know, I got beat up by the bears. No, not really, guys. As you know, I just crashed with the e-scooter. I didn't see the stairs at night. And yeah, face planted into the ground, just like Bitcoin. Face planted into the $20,000 level within the last couple of weeks. So yeah, just be careful. Don't be too bullish and then you won't crash. But guys, see you in the next one. Bye bye.